Hey YouTube, what is up? We are getting some new Destiny Hero support in the Destiny Soldiers pack, as well as a new archetype called, the translation's weird, but in Japanese it's Makai, which is M-A-K-A-I. The name that the translators have given it is Abyss Actor, so that's a pretty cool archetype we're actually getting too. First thing though, I'm going to go through the Destiny Hero support we're getting, because it's actually pretty cool in my mind. We're getting a new level 8 Dark Warrior type fusion called Destiny Hero Dystopia. When they translated it, they also put Guy in parentheses, so I'm not sure if it's Destiny Hero Dystopia Guy, kind of like we have Diamond Dude. I'm not sure if it's like that, but it's there. So his name might be Dystopia, it might be a Dystopia Guy. I can't, read Japanese, so I'm a little bit at a loss right here. Anyway, its attack is 2800 and its defense is 2400. It needs 2 Destiny Hero monsters, non-specific, so that's actually pretty good because then you can use some of the new support. It has 2 effects, the first one being if this card is special summoned, you can target one level 4 or lower Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard. That's, the cost. First you do that. Then you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack. So that's not bad. You basically special summon him and then immediately burn your opponent for, probably around like 1500 depending on what materials you use. That's actually not too shabby, because you can also do some dirty stuff with the next card too. The other thing is there is a second effect. It says during either player's turn, if this card's attack is different from its original attack, target one card in the field, destroy that card, then this card's attack becomes equal to its original attack. So that one I think is, less easy to use, but I guess it has 2 effects, so it's not too shabby. But when you combo it with the next card I'm about to read, I think there's a combo that is pretty decent. I might be, doing it wrong, but I'm pretty sure this combo would work. The next card we're going to talk about is Diffusion. It's a normal trap card. It's basically polymerization, but only for Destiny Hero monsters, so you're locked into that archetype when you use Diffusion. Makes sense. Its effect is basically polymerization. It just says fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as fusion material. Here's where it differs from polymerization though. A monster special summoned by this effect can't be destroyed by battle or card effect this turn. So it's pretty much protected from everything except Stormforth, because that's just a tribute. So it's not bad at all. It actually combos really well with Dystopia because you can do some dirty plays. Basically, if you have 2 Destiny Heroes on your field, you can attack with both of them. Then in the middle of the battle phase still, just activate Diffusion, use the 2 you have on the field to bring out Destiny Hero Dystopia. Then when you bring out Dystopia, his effect activates, basically burning your opponent again for one of the attacks of the monsters you had on the field before. So you basically got 2 attacks out of one of those monsters, and then you can attack with Dystopia. So that's some pretty nice plays. You can attack for, say 1500 and 1200. Right there, that's 2700. Diffusion, basically your opponent gets burned for another 1500, and then you can attack for 2800. So it's pretty easy to go for game with some combos like this. I mean, obviously it's not going to work every time, but you could probably burn your opponent for a pretty decent amount using just these 2 cards. We also have another Destiny Hero card though called Destiny Hero Drill Guy. I really like the artwork on this one. It actually looks really cool. It's kind of reminiscent of like Beetleborgs, I'd say. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Anyway, it's a level 4 Dark Warrior type monster, has an effect, 1600 attack, 1200 defense. Its effect says you can only use 1 effect of Destiny Hero Drill Guy once per turn. It has 2 effects though. Its first effect is if this card is normal special summon, you can special summon from your hand 1 Destiny Hero monster whose attack is equal to or less than this card's attack. And the second one is it inflicts piercing battle damage. So it's pretty apparent that there's actually some plays already with the Destiny Hero archetype now. You could basically just normal summon Drill Guy, special summon a different monster, and then go into the combo I described before in the battle phase, because you basically then just activate Diffusion and get a new monster out. Not too bad, and it's also activated off of a special summon, so if you could special summon it some other way, it's also going to go off, though it is a hard once per turn, so you can't go Drill Guy, Drill Guy, Drill Guy, but a free special summon is never a bad thing. We also got another level 4 Destiny Hero called Destiny Hero Decision Guy. He's a Dark Warrior type effect monster, 1600 attack, 1000 defense. It says you can only use the number 1 and number 3 effects of this card once per turn respectively. Its first effect is when this card is normal special summoned, you can activate this effect. During your end phase, add 1 hero monster from your graveyard to your hand, so not too bad, and it just says hero, it doesn't say Destiny Hero, so maybe there are some plays with Shadow Mists and Bubblemans. I would be really interested to see actually how this works out. Its second effect is this card cannot be targeted for an attack by an opponent's monster if it's level 5 or higher. So it seems like it is basically Blue Eyes proof, which is not too bad, though it says level 5 or higher and doesn't include ranks, so extra deck monsters are going to be able to just attack you. So there is, I guess, a good side to it and a bad side to it. Its third effect is if this card is in your graveyard, when an effect is activated that will inflict damage to you, you can return this card to your hand, and if you do, your damage that you take is 0. So it basically prevents you from getting Gaga God or something like that. Are you guys getting tired of all Destiny Hero support yet? Well, there's still 2 more. We have a level 5 Dark Warrior type effect monster, Destiny Hero Dynamite guy. He looks pretty cool. He just looks like fire wrapped around steel, at least what I can see from the artwork, because the card art that we got is actually, it's a small picture because it's just a picture of a Japanese magazine pretty much. It has 1000 attack and 1000 defense, which is weird for a level 5, but it has 2 effects and they are not apparently hard once per turns. Its effects read, during damage calculation of a battle involving a monster, you can discard this card. Damage you take from that battle becomes 0, then inflict 1000 damage to both players. So you can see where Destiny Hero Decision Guy's third effect comes into play, because then you basically burn your opponent for 1000, you don't take damage, and then you get Decision Guy back to your hand. Not too bad. Then Dynamite Guy's second effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Destiny Hero monster you control. Until the end of your opponent's next turn, that card gains 1000 attack, which obviously combos with Destiny Hero Dystopia. Mostly Destiny Hero Dystopia's second effect, which reads, during either player's turn, if this card's attack is different from its original attack, target one card in the field, destroy that card, then this card's attack becomes equal to its original attack. So it's not too bad. You can actually use Destiny Hero Drill Guy's normal summon to special summon Dynamite Guy. Dynamite Guy and Drill Guy both attack, then you use Diffusion, send both to the graveyard, burn your opponent for Drill Guy's original attack, which is 1600. Then you can activate Destiny Hero Dynamite Guys in the graveyard, banish him from the graveyard, then make Dystopia 1000 higher, then pop a card on your opponent's side of the field and return Dystopia back to normal. So there's actually some pretty decent plays. I'm really surprised by how well these cards actually work together, and these are just combos I'm coming up with as I'm reading the effects. And the last and most mysterious Destiny Hero that is announced is Destiny Hero Dark Angel. It's a level 1 Dark Warrior type effect monster, 0 attack, 0 defense, and it has unconfirmed effects, but apparently it has 3. The first one is if there are 3 or more Destiny Hero monsters in your graveyard, discard this card, target one Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard, special summon it to your opponent's side of the field in defense position. Weird, but it might combo well with other cards that I'm just not thinking of at this moment. The second one is if you activate a spell card, negate its effects, and destroy it. Still a little weird for me, but maybe it has something to do with like Dark Contracts or DDD stuff. It might combo with that. I got no clue. The third one is during your standby phase, you can banish this card and one Destiny Hero monster from your graveyard. Both players choose one normal spell card from their decks and place it on the top of their decks. The only thing that really comes to mind in this moment for me is basically polymerization, because I'm pretty sure that's just a normal, spell card. So yeah, it's a way to get poly to your hand, though it does require banishing 2 cards from your graveyard, and it seems like Destiny Heroes actually have a decent amount of graveyard effects with the new support, so maybe that's something you don't want to do unless it's a last ditch effort, or maybe you want to combo with Dystopia and some other plays. And the last bit of Destiny Hero news is that Diamond Dude is getting reprinted in that pack. The next thing we have to talk about is Makai Gekidan Big Star, which is the Abyss Actor Superstar. That's the way it translates. It's a level 7 Dark Fiend type pendulum effect monster with 2500 attack and 1800 defense. Its pendulum scale is 3, and its pendulum effect reads once per turn. You contribute one Abyss Actor monster you control, target one Abyss script spell in your graveyard, add the card to your hand. It has 2 monster effects, the first of the 2 being when normal or special summoned, your opponent cannot activate spell or trap cards or their effects. Not too bad. The second one is once per turn during your main phase, you can set one Abyss script spell directly from your deck. A card set by this effect is sent to the graveyard during the end phase, and the card it's most likely talking about is this card, Makai Daihon Opening Ceremony. I probably mispronounced that really badly, I'm sorry. It's basically translated to Abyss Script Opening Ceremony. It says you can only use each effect of Abyss Script Opening Ceremony once per turn respectively. The first one is gain 500 life points for each Abyss Actor monster you control, and the second one is if this set card is destroyed by your opponent's card effect while there are face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters in your extra deck, draw until there are 5 cards in your hand. So not too shabby, it actually lets you draw till 5 cards. That's not bad. That could actually potentially be better than Pantheism in some situations because you don't have to discard anything, and you're basically just waiting for your opponent to pop a card. So not too bad. And if you could bait out a Twin Twister and have this card be popped, you're basically golden. You get to draw until you have 5 cards, as long as you have Abyss Actor Pendulum monsters in your extra deck. And as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, you can follow me on Twitter at Schwabs, or like my Facebook page to see when I post these videos, or you can click subscribe if you really liked it because it's free, it's fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.